And we are back, YouTube. For anyone who's returning, thank you, and for everyone who's new, welcome. I'm Mitch, and this is Retro Rummage. Aim of the game, my channel's buying games, DVDs, Blu-rays, any electrical items I can get my hands on at car boot sales, Facebook Marketplace, charity shops for a cheap price. So I'm getting traded into CEX at a high price, so I can build my own gaming collection. And yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing today. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Got another CEX road trip. So yeah, hopefully be adding a couple of games to the collection. Basically, shout out to Dan the Games Man. He done a video a couple of weeks ago of a load of different CEX stores that were local to him. There was one that stuck out to me, which is in Kings Lynn. As it looked like, to be honest, it could be, if not the biggest CEX store in the whole of the UK. Let me know in the comments if you know a bigger store. But basically, long story short, the mother-in-law has just moved to Cambridgeshire / Norfolk way. So yeah, I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone, go up and see the mother-in-law, and then pop into Kings Lynn, check out the CEX that they've got there. And also, Dan did mention that there was a couple of other retro shops there. I think Retro Retreat, and then also, yeah, Once Was New, I believe what it's called. So yeah, fingers crossed they will be open. It is bank holiday weekend, so you know whether or not that affects their opening times, I'm not too sure. I know CEX is open, so definitely be hitting there. I've eyed up a few games, so yeah, hopefully be having some more games to the collection pretty soon. So yeah, let's hit the road, and then I'll catch up with you after. So yeah, voiceover Mitch here. This angle doesn't really do it justice. It's, you know, it's a very, very big store from the outside. It wraps all the way around the other side. Yeah, this, as you know me, this is the first thing that jumped out to me. PlayStation 1 games on the shelf. Now, they are clever in that they put all of the manuals behind the counter, but they, you know, even Silent Hill there, which is a £90 game, that's just out on the shelf for anyone to to take. But yeah, had a really good retro selection here. Lots of SNES, NES. Got some good Mega Drive games as well, which I think I'll get to in a minute. But that box there looks a bit bashed up, and you've got some bongos at the back there. Good selection of Game Boys. You've got your Pikachu N64 there. Yeah, £240 now. Crazy how much that's gone up. But yeah, lots of other consoles, all the Wii's. PlayStation 2 selection was pretty good as well. Lots and lots of titles that as with any CEX store, can't really go wrong with the PlayStation 2 selection in any store. There's always so many games on offer. Don't think there was any really standout PlayStation 2 games there, but this was the part that blew my mind for this store. Yeah, the upstairs, bit of damage to some of them shelves there, but absolutely massive. It really reminded me of, you know, going to Blockbusters back in the day, picking out a film or a game, and, you know, going home on a Friday night to watch or play it. So yeah, it was a real hit of nostalgia there. But yeah, on to the next one. Got Retro Retreat here. Yeah, really cool store this. Shout out to, I think it was Steve. Yeah, he was the guy, I believe, running it, or the owner. But yeah, PlayStation 1 selection, as you probably saw in Dan the Games Man's video, you know, very, very good selection. They do price based on condition. So obviously, you know, if you've got one without the manual or maybe a few more scratches, you can probably get it for cheaper than one that's obviously got the manual. So that's cool, you know, depending on how you want to you know, collect for yourself. Again, lots on offer here. Mega Drives, and there's anything you can think of that they had loads on offer. Prices as well were pretty reasonable, even to their own admission. You know, they say that they keep an eye on what CEX is charging, and they always try to charge, you know, a couple of quid less than that. So yeah, you know, shout out to them for that, because I have been to a few retro stores where, you know, I don't know, I don't want to say they make up the prices, but they seem to price, some of them anyway, a lot more than what CEX offer. But yeah, like I was saying, lots on offer here. SNES, yeah, NES. I think what we've got here, N64. Lots of Nintendo cardboard there, which I know a lot of you guys love. Me personally, I couldn't collect for it because I just couldn't deal with the damage on the boxes. But this Zelda collection was unreal. They said that the guy, like one guy, came in and traded it all in. So, you know, it's quite sad. At the same time, I like to tell myself that maybe, you know, he just wanted a change, wanted some money, and was going to go travel or something like that. I hope that, you know, it's not a case of needing to pay bills and whatnot. But I suppose that's the nature of the beast with this, you know, with these retro stores. At the end of the day, they are like pawn shops, so you know they need people trading in, so obviously so they can flog it on. But yeah, if you're ever in the Kings Lynn area, I definitely recommend it. They've got, you know, they're spoilt for choice for retro shops. I actually bumped into a subscriber in one of the charity shops down there, to shout out to Steve, and he put me onto another retro shop that I wasn't aware of before going to Kings Lynn, which we'll get to in a moment. But yeah, it's called literally Retro in Kings Lynn. So yeah, within the space of like, you know, a couple of minute walk, you've got obviously Retro, Retreat, CEX. You've also got Once Was New, which wasn't open unfortunately. But yeah, this is Retro. Now they didn't have as much on offer as the other two stores, but the two guys in there, I do apologise, I can't remember their names, but they were sound guys. Was in there for ages, just chatting to them about films, retro, everything. And they've not just got games, they've got obviously vinyl, comics, VHS, anything like that. So if you're into your nostalgia and stuff like that, you know, go and check these out as well. But yeah, really cool store. They was even giving me the names of other retro shops that were, you know, within 20-30 minutes drive from where they are. So really big shout out to those guys in there as well. So all in all, yeah, it was a really good trip. So yes, we're back. Another successful road trip. As you can see, got some games here for the collection. Yeah, Kings Lynn in general is a very nice town, village, whatever you want to call it. I mean, even if you're not into your retro, I'd recommend going there. Lots of history, lots of old buildings, lots of cool pubs. Unfortunately, the weather wasn't too great for us, but yeah, we still had a really good time there. And yeah, with regards to the retro gaming scene, there, it's mental. There's, you know, 3 or 4 shops in the town centre. Now, don't get me wrong, you know, I've got some good gaming shops near me, but one's maybe 30 minutes that way, the other one's 30 minutes that way, another one's 25 minutes that way, you know. So if I want to do them all in a day, sometimes it can be, you know, an hour and a half drive, or maybe, you know, a couple of hours round trip sort of thing, but with getting home as well. So really spoiled for choice there. So yeah, shout out to Dan the Games Man. Appreciate obviously him uploading the video and giving us this recommendation. I'm passing that recommendation on to you. Really good selection of stores, good selection of games, and just in general, good day out. But yeah, I'll go over the games that I picked up. I'll start with the most expensive. We've got Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube. All of these will obviously be complete. That's the one good thing about going into stores. You can check the condition, check the manual. And anyone who's watched my previous CEX road trip videos, this is what it's all about for me. I don't necessarily always go look, you know, drive into these stores to spend maybe 150, 200 pound on an expensive game. It's more to get the games that I don't really want to be spending £2 delivery on, or I don't really want to take the risk of a CEX roulette for a £10 game that's going to turn up with no manual. You know, I'll wait until I'm able to go into a store and maybe find it myself. It's only with the more expensive games that I'll probably, you know, take a punt on the old roulette, because, you know, it's worthwhile obviously, and there's not as many games in the UK, shall we say. But yeah, heard a lot of good things about this. Obviously, once only just recently picked up my GameCube. Asked for recommendations on games, and a lot of people said this. So I've never played it before, but yeah, looking forward to giving it a go. Yeah, Luigi's Mansion, great game. Now, the second game that I picked up is a game that I'm ashamed to say I haven't got in my collection as of yet, well, until now. I mean, let me know if there's any games that you want in your collection where, you know, it's not that you've gone out of your way to not get it. It's just taken you ages to get it for some reason. And this is that game for me. It's Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortez Strikes Back. Now, I've seen this game in the wild maybe 3 or 4 times, but the conditions always been bad, or there's been no manual. I mean, the problem with this game is that it comes in, I don't know what these cases are called. I think you've got like Street Racer, Time Crisis, a couple of other games that come in these cases, but they're very prone to breaking. So yeah, it's always, I found anyway, been hard to pick up a good copy of this. But manual's in great condition. It's all there, complete. The case is good, and, you know, no cracks, and the hinges are connect. So I'm really happy to be adding that. As you can see there, £15 paid. So yeah, really happy to add that one into the collection. Next game, Point Blank, £18 paid, as you can see there. Again, in great condition, or nearly great condition, manual and another little inserter in there. Reason that I grabbed this is because, as you can probably see, I picked up the Point Blank gun box a couple of weeks back, but it didn't have the game. So I thought, I can't have the box without the game. Whether or not I'll store it in the box, I don't know, but I thought, I've got to at least have that in my collection. I do have Point Blank 2, so just need Point Blank 3 now. But yeah, really, really cool game, and happy to be adding that one in as well. And then the last game from CEX was Bomberman. £12 paid, as you can see there. Absolutely loved this game back in the day. Oh, dropped the manual. But yeah, all in great condition. I think this is one of the games. Yeah, where is it? You can play up to five players on that. So it's really, really cool. I've mentioned before, but me and my mate Danny, his dad had the great PlayStation 1 collection. This was another game that me and him spent hours on. So pure nostalgia, that one, but happy to be adding it into the collection as well. Do a shot every time I say happy to add it into the collection. And then the next games that I picked up were from the Retro Retreat. Now, but this shop was really, really cool. Shout out to, I think, Steve, and I think the other guy's name was Jay. I can't remember, so apologies. I'm really terrible with names. Good with faces, bad with names. But yeah, loads on offer. PlayStation 1 games was lots and lots, but unfortunately, they had some games that I wanted. There was Command and Conquer in there, but it didn't have the manual. I think there was another, the Destruction Derby 1, again without the manual. And I can't have a game without the manual, unfortunately. That's just my personal preference. I'm sure there's people that don't care. So if you don't, obviously they had loads of other games, but nothing that I needed or wanted for my collection. But yeah, Destruction Derby 2, £11 paid there. Again, complete. This is the big box version with the manual, in good condition. The disc stays in there, as these double boxes, or the big boxes, whatever you want to call them. They're renowned for what are they, the springs or the sprogs or whatever they're called in there breaking. But yeah, £11, I think that's a reasonable price as well. I've seen these go on eBay for £15 upwards, so really happy with that. And then yeah, next one was Predator Concrete Jungle. Now I can't remember who it was, but someone had this in a recent video on YouTube, and I thought, oh, that looks cool. Really enjoyed Predator the film. The second one as well was a really good one, which I believe this is based on, the Concrete Jungle. But yeah, £9.50. I think they sell that in CEX for £12 or £13. So a little bit of saving there. Again, nice and complete, in good condition, although it does have a little bit of sticker residue there, but I'll get that off with my old sticky stuff remover. So yeah, what did I spend? £21 there in total in Retro Retreat. And then yeah, the last store, which was just on its own retro. I do apologise, I can't remember their names. There was two guys in there, absolutely sound geezers. Spent ages in there talking about everything retro, VHS films, obviously gaming and stuff like that, comics. And they was obviously giving us the lowdown of how they opened their shop and stuff like that. So yeah, it was really, really cool. They didn't have as much on offer with regards to gaming as the other stores, but they still had a good selection. Unfortunately, not much that I needed for my collection, although I did get one pickup. And the reason I picked this up is because I believe it's Callum on the Retro Ghetto. I'm sure he was playing this in one of his videos, in the last couple of months. And I actually thought it looked quite cool. It's Rugrats Search for Reptar, yeah. They don't sell it in CEX, and I paid £4 for it, but it does look quite cool. But I thought, if I don't like it, the case is in absolutely mint condition. I don't know if you can see there, but yeah, even the inside and everything is really in really good condition. So I thought, if I don't keep it, I can at least swap the case with maybe one of my more expensive games that hasn't got as good of a case. And maybe look to flip it on at a boot sale or something like that. But for £4, can't go wrong. So all in all, I think I spent maybe, £85 vouchers, and then what was that? Maybe £25 cash in the stores in total. So yeah, however you want to look at that, around £110 spent total. Yeah, really, really good day. Lots of games added to the collection, over the moon. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you've been to Kings Lynn, and also let me know if you know of any other CEX stores that you think are bigger than this one, because I think I would like that accolade of visiting the largest CEX in the UK. So yeah, if you know of one that's even bigger, let me know. Hopefully it's not too far, but I'd definitely like to check it out. But yeah, take care everyone, and I will see you all in the next one.